300. It's your folks, Shaka. I wanted to share my thoughts with y'all. So, yeah, I wanted to go ahead and do this follow up to this Sierra and Russell Wilson thing. So, let's get into it. As y'all know, I dropped a short basically speaking to primarily men, letting men know that Russell Wilson is not the example for how a man should go about dealing with his woman, okay? Especially if he feels like his woman is valuable enough to marry and graduate into his situation, okay? And so, interestingly enough, uh, we had somebody pull up and she really didn't agree with my opinion, I guess. I wasn't really sure because it was just like a lot of these weird people do. She pulled up and created her own narrative. She started talking about Sierra for the most part, and I was talking about Russell Wilson, but she didn't agree with my opinion, okay? And, I pretty much stated my piece, but what the Knitting Bohemian pulled up and prestigiously checked her with was just primarily the meat of the part two of this, okay? Because basically what I was explaining to men is that read this here, read the Knitting Bohemian's statement here. What I'm saying is, if you consider yourself a top tier man, you're not gonna find yourself entertaining a woman with these types of behaviors at all, okay? When you look at her like she's a top tier woman, worthy enough to be graduated into being the wife and the bearer of the children, the first teacher of the children within the community and things of that nature. That's what I was saying. All right. And so that's pretty much it. But a bigger reason why I made part two as well is because what you notice here is the Nitty Bohemian pulled up and she addressed her. You know what I'm saying? And it was proper that she did. Because the truth of the matter is, it's not proper for a woman to be trying to go back and forth with a man about relationship issues that she is not with. Okay? We have women for that. And I want this to be known that we are a team. You see Genova, you see Knitting Bohemian, Divine Intellect, Looking Familiar. Some of these people know me for real. There's a couple of other people on here that just don't even show up. Social media talking ain't really their thing, but they here. You know what I'm saying? We are a team. And we believe that there's a place for everything. Nobody's perfect, but we always have a target to beat. You know what I'm saying? And so with a situation like that, this individual came in talking to me about Sierra. All right? And the Nitty Bohemian came in and started to speak to her about Sierra. And she decided that she was going to overlook her and start tagging me to continue to argue back and forth with me. That ain't proper. At that point, you need to stay in your place, at least in every community that we believe count. That's a woman staying in her place, especially when we set the stage for it to be that way, which means that she pulled up, I didn't come in between what y'all was saying. Then you need to start addressing her about those type of issues. Those are not issues that a woman goes back and forth with a man about. Now, of course, if we're talking about, different things, politics or something like that, and we're on the same intellectual level, of course, that's a different story. But when it comes to relationships and, what I think about certain women and things like that and yada, 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 we got women for that. And they're best suited for it. That's the reason why I'm sharing her message in part two. And primarily really not mine, to seal the deal on what the fuck I was talking about. Okay? And so, yeah, you know, you gotta respect that. And in my opinion, if you consider yourself a top tier woman for real, uh, you wouldn't have no problem with it, because if anything, that's where we're gonna find out something more when we're all playing our roles. Okay. And that's just the end of it. I'm gonna go ahead and leave it there. Comment below, like this information, but hit the sub button and the bell. We're dropping shit y'all like. It's your folks, Shaka and Philosopher. I'm out.